Welcome back to the channel, everyone. We end our USA tour with a 2-2 draw against Everton, but also as Premier League Summer Series champions. Now, that doesn't mean anything. It's a pre-season tournament that gave us a bit of silverware, but it was the performances that was definitely important. I do want to say for this particular video, you might hear a couple of dogs howling, but the weather in my country isn't that great. So I do apologize for any of those particular sounds that you do hear. But nevertheless, let's focus on Man United and how the tour was. Unbeaten in the preseason. And of course, we played some good football, especially against Bournemouth. We know how we could see Amorim's tactics coming to the fore and definitely improving on a much higher level than what we had last season. Against Everton, it didn't look as free flowing as we did against Bournemouth, but it was a very, very good game for us to see where we are in terms of our physicality. Because David Moyes and Everton certainly brought the physical game to the front. Now, I certainly was trying to look at the finer details while I was watching the game as far as I could. I certainly could see that we still have a midfield deficiency. It was too easy for Everton to get through our midfield and completely be facing our back three quite quickly. And we could see there were issues. They got shots away. They probably could have had more than two goals if they were a bit more clinical. Thankfully, they were not. But we certainly didn't really find it that easy to play out from the back. Everton pressed, and when they did win the ball, they looked quite threatening. Now, of course, you can look at a lot of factors that certainly play into the minds of the players. It is the amount of training that you're doing, the amount of information that they have to take in with regards to new tactics and what to do to execute Amorim's tactics 100%. You have seen they're doing a lot of physical work in terms of gym work, and they are definitely doing a lot of running to try and get fitter, sharper, etc. So a game like this where it is super physical was a very good test because that is basically how it is in the Premier League. It's super physical, it's super fast, and you definitely have to be at 100% every single game for you to have a chance of getting the 3 points that you would need. And Everton certainly, as I said, were a good test for us. Now, the goals, again, a penalty by Bruno Fernandes, which is never in doubt in my opinion. And it was very good play that we had up until we scored the penalty. Cunha, Mbeumo, Ahmad, Bruno, you could see how they were linking up in terms of the attack, the movements that they make in between the lines, running into spaces in behind, how they link up with one another, with tight passing, quickly one-twos, etc. You could see what a tantalizing prospect that will be for us for the season and seasons to come as to how creative they are and can be and will be for Manchester United. You could see the touches by Cunha and Mbeumo, how cleverly they make turns, how cleverly they know when to release the ball, when to drive with it. Their intelligence has, shall I say, heightened our attack from where it was last season. Mason Mount came on in the second half, got the goal that put us in the lead, but we conceded again after that quite comically with Ahmad scoring an own goal. And maybe Everton's first goal could have been offside with NDI tapping it in at the far post. Perhaps he was offside. Bruno, the likes of De Ligt, them all raised their hands, but there was no VAR for this particular game, so it wasn't much for argument or debate. But nevertheless, like I said, it is pre-season. And our next game is against Fiorentina, where De Gea will be making his return to Old Trafford, which will be a game where I think will be more focused on getting the team ready for that first game against Arsenal. So you will most likely see a strong starting 11. But we'll speak more about that when I do a preview for that particular game. For me, the tour was quite good. I think that the players got fitter, got sharper. They understood Amorim's tactics more and had more time in terms of getting to know what it is exactly he wants each and every player to do individually, but also as a team as a whole. You could see that we were pressing quite high and at a consistent basis. You could see that our fitness levels are much better because we are lasting longer in the game and trying to be at a high tempo with high energy for longer periods in the game. And it's very good to see the likes of Lenny Yoro, once again excelling. Again, Luke Shaw had a good game. De Ligt, again, having a good game. Not so much Ugarte in terms of in position, but out of position, Ugarte always excels. Mainu, again, should be doing more, maybe trying to get more on the ball and know when to control the game rather than just getting on it in certain bit parts of the game and then looking to play a pass or just a 1-2. I think he needs to come more into the game, especially if he is playing in that midfield too. There's not really anything I can say about Bruno, Cunha, and Mbeumo. You could see the quality that they have and exactly what they do bring to the team. Delo, again, another quiet evening, but I don't expect him to start left wing back. Sorry, I think Dogu will most likely be the first choice left wing back, and you could see the difference when he did come on exactly as to what he brings to the team. Ahmad on the right wing back position linked up very well with Mbeumo, and of course working well with Lenny Yoro in a defensive structure when we are defending. So Amorim's tactics are basically being improved upon by the players and also by how much time he has with the team now in order to train them, in order to, as I keep on saying, make them understand these tactics. So for me, we now must try and be ready for Arsenal, because if we lose against Arsenal, it certainly will not be very good in terms of the morale for the team, for the club, but it will also look as if there hasn't been any progress. And you know how the media will be. They will certainly put Amorim and the players to the sword if we don't have a good performance, at least against Arsenal, who are obviously, I think, title challengers this season. I mean, they should be. They signed Victor Gyökeres, etc. So they definitely should be title contenders. But for me, I'm happy. I'm content. Unbeaten, as I said in the preseason, and we should continue that against Fiorentina, who I think is a team that we should and can beat. But again, it's the performance that is important. It's how the players improve with Amorim's tactics and, of course, as a team as a whole. But you let me know in the comment section what you thought of the performance against Everton. Let me know what you think in terms of the transfer news about if Benjamin Sesko will choose Manchester United. That was the last news that was basically broken out over the weekend. Let me know what you think about Amorim and how far he has improved the team and the players on an individual basis. Thank you for those who have subscribed to the channel. I do appreciate you all. And of course, thank you for watching today's video. Have a wonderful day further. Till we see each other again soon in the next one, Red Devils. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. If you want more content on Manchester United, like, share and subscribe.